Okay, it started to rain a little bit. Fortunately, I did my flying ahead of time anyways. And with that in mind, what did I read today? How about this first one where you read all those stories like yesterday of drone companies shutting down? Could it be things like regulations and all that? Well, how about this one? In other countries, they seem to be taking off in various ways. This one says, Meituan aims to launch drone deliveries in Hong Kong's low-altitude economy. As it says here, the meal delivery giant joins a slew of Chinese tech giants vying for new growth in Hong Kong. Food delivery giant Meituan is looking to launch its drone delivery services in Hong Kong, joining a slew of Chinese tech giants that are searching for new growth in the city amid stiff competition on the mainland. Meituan aims to be one of the first companies to operate a drone delivery fleet in Hong Kong, where the government is moving to boost its low-altitude economy. Company Vice President Mao Yinyan said during a talk at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology on Saturday. The company, which already offers drone deliveries in major Chinese cities including its home base of Beijing, as well as Shanghai and Shenzhen, will apply to join Hong Kong's low-altitude economy regulatory sandbox, said Mao, who heads Meituan's drone delivery unit. And they say specifically, low altitude means below 1,000 meters. So can you imagine having fast food and stuff being delivered by drone? You'd be surprised anyways. I know with those regular food deliveries, a lot of people, they order the stuff even though the restaurant's like 1 block away. I'm like, are you crazy? 1 block away, you pay whatever it is, like a $5 delivery fee and all that? It says, after the Chinese government listed it as a strategic emerging industry in December last year, Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee Kao-chiu pledged to his annual policy address last month to develop the sector in a wide array of application scenarios, including rescue, surveying, goods delivery, and passenger travel. That's the one where you have to wonder if people are actually willing to try it anyways. But like in this instance, are they just excelling a lot more because of things like regulation? You have governments, for example, trying to push this stuff forward, whereas in a lot of other countries, they fearmonger it. No toys and so forth, too dangerous. So you're just going to be left behind while others innovate. Although with that thought, in terms of other countries, let's just say outside of China, it seems like drone light shows are a thing that people like in North America are excelling. This one here says, we just flew the largest drone show ever flown in the United States and set the Guinness World Record for the largest aerial display of a bird formed by drones. Wow, that looks really cool if you see this anyways. About 2,500 drones to form this bird animation of sort. What would you think if you saw this? Maybe it's just the angle too, but to me it looked like people were really close to it. That would be kind of a cool display if you were able to have it running, I guess, for a while. And to give a bit more details about it, like here it says, to cap off IAAPA Expo Day 3, Sky Elements USA completed their record-breaking drone show with an incredible 2,500 drones to take the award for, quote, largest aerial display of a bird formed by multi-rotor drones, which even if not all made for that prior record was under 1K, so easily did it, never mind being the largest drone show in the United States. Yeah, this company is breaking records everywhere, huh? They just have such an advantage where they'll get such a lead. I don't know if anyone else could compete afterwards anyways. And this was interesting around here anyways, as apparently the government announced a tax halt in terms of our government sale tax when you buy certain goods because it's supposed to help people financially. My first thought anyways was, okay, I know there's an election coming up soon, probably next year or something like that, but is this a way to bribe people? But at the same time, it almost doesn't make sense to me in terms of how it'll help people overall. So they write here, more money in your pocket, a tax break for all Canadians. So they describe their proposals where they want to halt this tax for about 2 months to provide, I guess, quote, break for groceries and holiday essentials. And they further describe it saying the government is proposing that the GST HST be fully and temporarily relieved on holiday essentials like groceries, restaurant meals, drinks, snacks, children's clothing, and gifts from December 14th, 2024 to February 15th, 2025. This tax break will make a meaningful difference for Canadians by making essentially all food GST HST free, providing real relief at the cash register. Funny enough, they mentioned things like restaurant meals. I think you'd want to avoid that if you're really tight on a budget. And in general, things like groceries, for example, like an apple, a piece of broccoli or whatever, they're actually all tax-free already, so it doesn't really help you in that regards in terms of buying household essential groceries, unless you're dining out, which again, you shouldn't really do anyways if you're really tight on a budget. And the thing is too, they mentioned this wouldn't start until December 14th to February 15th. And it makes me wonder, don't people buy all, let's just say, their gifts and so forth way before, where this will be irrelevant eventually? But they try to make it sound good too by saying, for example, like here, if you're a family spending $2,000 on qualifying goods such as children's clothing, shoes and toys, diapers, books, snacks for the house, or restaurant meals, would realize GST savings of $100 over a 2-month period. But again, I got a question. Do you really spend, for example, that much on, let's just say, dining out, for example, to save that money? I don't think you would, correct? And with that, they get really specific in terms of what and what doesn't qualify under these tax exemptions per se. Like for children's clothing, it says garments other than garments of a class that are used exclusively in sports or recreational activities, costumes, children's diapers, or children's footwear. And then they get really specific with this list anyways. They also mention things, for example, if you buy Christmas trees or similar decorative trees, whether natural or artificial. Again, with a timeline though, wouldn't you already have purchased these items way before the date, which would make it kind of useless anyways? And they talk about candy, alcohol, chips, so lots of junk foods and all that. They do mention things, for example, like a video game console or items would actually be related as well. To me, again, I don't know how much this actually helps people overall. It sounds like it's done more for quote political reasons, because again, there's an election coming up soon, I would imagine anyways. On a side note, what I do need to shop for is a new pair of shoes. Holy, I completely wore this one out just because I walk so much. I have one coming tomorrow and I wouldn't be able to wait for any tax exemptions. It'll be too long, huh? If any piece of gear lasts through my rigorous usage, doesn't matter what it is, shoes or cameras, whatever, then you know it's quality. You don't need to say much with how much I walk, for example, or use the equipment. All right, see you guys later.